Know how to use text animators a little bit. We're going to learn how to have your text following a path. So here we go. Let's create a new composition, and we'll call this one last name, first initial, and Illustrator Path. Make sure that it is the HDV HDTV 720 29.97. So it's 1280 pixels by 720 pixels, 29.97 frame rate, and the duration should be 5 seconds. Okay, we need to create a path, and to do that we're going to go into Illustrator. So let's open up Illustrator and let's get a new file and use the preset for film and video. So video and film, we want the one that is HDV HDTV 720, and that will be the correct size, 1280 pixels by 720 pixels. And everything else is fine. The important thing, of course, is the color mode should be RGB, but that's why we're using the preset for video and film. So here's our file. Now we're not going to be really needing to save the file. We're just going to use it to create the path. So what we want to do is we want to get the spiral tool. And that's found under the line segment tool, spiral tool. And somewhere near the middle here, we want to draw a spiral. So click and drag. You see it comes out in that direction. You can move it a little bit so it curves a different way if you want. I'm going to go like this. I want it to be large enough that it will take up most of the screen, but I don't want it to go outside of the title safe area really. And all we really need is this. It is currently selected. It's got the little handles on it. You can see it's got the little highlighting so you know it's the current object. We're going to go to After Effects. Make sure that the timeline is selected with the Illustrator Path comp current. And let's double click on the T again to create an insertion point. But let's take the size down to 48 pixels. So Helvetica Neue, white, 48 pixels, regular, and now we want to type Illustrator Path. So it's selected as just a layer. Let's make sure it's centered in the paragraph, and it is. So everything's ready. Open Illustrator so you can get your Illustrator Path. Make sure that you've got Command C, your path, come back to After Effects, and then Command V to paste it. Once you have the layer selected, it will paste into the layer as a mask. So we can twirl down to look at that. It says Masks, Mask 1. Okay. Now in text, you can click on this and you see you've got path options. Click on that, and under path options there's the word path. And here's where you're going to select Mask 1. You see it puts it right in the middle of Mask 1. So make sure that you are at the first frame of your layer and go to the first margin setting. Now, if you drag this back, it'll go back to the beginning. Now, another way to do this would be, if this leaves at 0, another way to do this would be to select left align text in paragraph. So once we have it aligned with the beginning of the path, we want to keyframe the first margin. Now you want to move your CTI to the last part of the animation. So let's go to 4. And now you want to move your first margin to the end of the path. Make sure it doesn't fly off. I had it fly off there. There we go. And I'm going to Command S to save that. And now I'm going to preview that by pressing my space bar. There you go. Let's Command S to save that.